Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Crypto Takeover coming back with another Bitcoin analysis video for y'all this evening. So Bitcoin's kind of trailing off to the side just a tad bit. We recently just moved back under 9K area of support. Now maybe end up being resistance. We'll have to find out and see. Let's take a look at the charts. If y'all are brand new to this channel, we make a Bitcoin video every single day on this channel, so please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way y'all can be updated every single analysis video that we make here on the Crypto Takeover network. So let's go ahead and jump on into the charts and let's do this. All right, so if y'all are brand new to the channel, we use a few different paid for indicators on this channel. Our bread and butter is market Cipher. If y'all are unfamiliar with that, y'all can check some of the links in the description below and find CryptoFace's YouTube channel and obviously get market Cipher package through him. And then also we just started using the TI sequential by Tunevase and then also the market guide buy and sell indicator as well. But all these packages combined, we definitely get a little bit of an upper hand on the market. So I'm glad that y'all are returning. I'm glad that y'all are showing the support. And you know, the best way to do that is by hitting the thumbs up button or just commenting, sharing the video to help grow the channel. And so that way we can put out some regular great content too as well. We're looking at the 15-minute time frame here using our Cipher A package or Cipher SR, excuse me, which is the blue lines here, and then we have our VWAP here too. You can kind of tell that the bears are a little bit in control right now with our current resistance being at our VWAP at about 9K. So we recently dipped down below that. It looked like the bears wanted to kind of take the rest of the day forward from here on out. It does look like we have a CME gap at about 9,100, so maybe we could expect to come back up and fill that as well. Just glancing over here at the CME futures chart, it says about 9,100. I'm going to estimate that. I really don't want to jump on into that chart real quick, but so we can tell that the bears are in control right now. Maybe we'll end up putting in a red dot down here. Our money flow is kind of moving into that reddish territory as well. Let's start to zoom out just a tad bit and let's see what our 30-minute time frame is saying. Cool. Our 30-minute time frame, not really telling us too much different right now. We're currently trending below one of our key EMAs, as y'all can see here. Most of our counts are bearish as of right now. Our extended count just started too as well on this bearish count, so maybe we could expect that bearish count to continue a little bit moving forward from here on out. Let's see what our 45-minute time frame is showing us. And one thing that I really wanted to be cautious of is that, you know, once we start to get these kind of sideways movements, Bitcoin just likes to make one big move in one direction or the other. And so, you know, we started to kind of zoom out, especially on the lower time frames. Things were getting a little choppy for us. So as we start to zoom out, you know, then we get a broader perspective of what the market might be telling us and how we can use this for, you know, our purposes in trading exactly. So, you know, we've been doing pretty well. We've been actually in a short all the way up at like from 9,800 in my trading group. So we'll talk here a little bit more about that. But let's move on into the 1 hour here. So 1 hour. Also, money flows moving into the green. I'm kind of surprised that we sold off this quickly, you know, even though we were still in that green money flow. But our blue waves were also kind of pointing down, you know, to the bottom side as well. And, you know, once we start to zoom out, we'll kind of get a broader perspective of why this sell-off did occur, because a lot of some of the mid-time frames were very telling that something could possibly occur within the next couple of hours and possibly end up putting us a little bit back below that 9K area. So now it's going to be another struggle for these bulls to get us back up above 9K. I know they've been kind of struggling with that. I think a lot of we are seeing a lot of support at least that 8,900, 8,800 area. Now if we start to break below that, I would think that we probably need to be a little bit concerned of where this market might be headed to. But money flow is looking pretty nice here on our 1 hour. As we start to move into our 90-minute time frame, let's take a look at that and see what's going on. 90-minute time frame, money flow still in the red. If we start to zoom out, we had a nice a nice green steady money flow here on our 90-minute, and now we're starting to move back into that reddish territory. So we need to just kind of be aware of that moving forward. Since our 10K run up, we've been pretty much in the green area, and now we're starting to show a few more signs of that reddish money flow here on our 90-minute time frame. Moving on into our 2-hour, let's see what's going on here. 2-hour time frame, kind of giving us a little bit of a fake out here with our buy and sell signals, one right after the other. And so, you know, everything is not perfect in this market, especially when it comes to reading one indicators or another. I was actually just watching like Carl from the Moon. And, you know, it's good to have a basket of indicators. And that's really why we are trying to get an upper hand here using some of the best indicators on the market right now, especially paid for indicators as well. So I hope that y'all continue to come back to the channel and support us, because we are using some of the best, you know, paid for indicators here on this channel. And so, you know, hopefully my channel is doing a little bit of due diligence for those people out there that are, you know, in this market and just want to get an idea of direction that it could take. We can see here on our 2-hour, we are starting to have a little bit of that bearish count. As we start to zoom out, we can see on our 2-hour that money flow is still kind of rounding off here. It's now in the red, but it is very thinly into the red. Not a heavy red money flow just yet, but our blue wave is kind of clipping down here too as well. If we want to come down and put in a big green dot, that is a possibility. It looks like we did do that back here on our last sell-off. Now, if we start to drip back below that 8,800, we're going to need to find that as support. If not, then if the bulls probably break below that 8,800 level, then I would say it is it's a bulls territory game from there on out, and then we'll have maybe 8,600 as support from there on out, which could then lead to you know, us bouncing, or if we break through that trend line structure, then maybe a little bit of a sell-off too. So guys, like I said, I have a trading group. We have quite a few members in there now. It's a relatively small group, but at the same time, it's less noise. And I'll probably end up capping off the group for the most part. So we've been shorting this all the way from literally 9,800, I think. That was one of my positions. Right at about 9,800. Sitting in about 2,000 or 200% profit right now. So, you know, you know, obviously I tell everyone in the group to do their own due diligence when studying these markets. Don't always rely on my ins and outs of the market. I don't like to trade every single day. And if you are a day trader, then, you know, maybe the group's not for you, but usually, you know, we like to disperse our timings out and also let those moves come to us when necessary too as well. And usually I don't really like to trade choppiness, but I still give you all my ins and outs of the market. And so y'all can come over to that first link in the description box, see what I have to offer on the Patreon trading page right now. Like I said, you know, I might end up capping this tier off. And if I do cap it off, then I'll probably have to raise the price on it eventually. So, you know, get in while it's cheap right now in case I do decide to go up in price. I'm also working on some other very big projects right now too. So I'll be glad to give that announcement update when the time is right. But I'm working on something very useful and very helpful for newer people coming on into this space, getting ready for our next bull cycle, you know, leading us into new all-time highs, but also being prepared for that for newcomers that come into this space and really just kind of want to learn more about it and kind of hop on the train with the fast track, right? So that's what the new project's going to be all about. I hope to announce it later, but also, you know, check us out. We have the private analysis every single day that I give my trading group using my paid for indicators. We also just added the Market God X indicator signals inside of the Discord group too. So we're using 2 different time frames to give those buy and sell signals inside of the Discord server, and it's an automated process. And so you take those at your own risk, and hopefully you can make some good trades based off of those too as well. But then also I have about 12 to 15 different private videos. I show you how I get my charts set up inside of the inside of TradingView, along with some other really good information that y'all could probably use moving forward into our next bull cycle for sure. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of quick plug that. If y'all want to join us, feel free to join us in there. And then also, I'm doing a giveaway at 3,000 subs. Guys, y'all have been so great about commenting down below. And, I just want to help, I just want to let you know I'm very grateful for that, and to keep it going, keep letting the channel grow, commenting down below 3,000 subs, so that way people know that that is our next target, our next goal, to do the 3,000 sub giveaway. I'm giving away $100, but in order to qualify for that $100 giveaway in my favorite crypto, you need to be signed up for the newsletter. So the second link in the description box will bring you to this page here. You're just going to fill out the information. Really, all you have to provide, if you only have it, is just your email address, and then you can hit submit, and then that's just a way for me to reach out to you if you do win. So I'll do the drawing live, and we can see who's going to win it at 3,000 subs. But I need y'all to share this video. I need y'all to hit that like button. I need y'all to comment something down below. Let me know that you are watching and that you're appreciative of all the information that we provide on the channel. So glad to have y'all here. Also, the Discord server is free to join if y'all do want to join it. Well, you'll be brought to a welcome page. On that welcome page, it's a community rules and guidelines page. Just make sure that you read through it, you abide by the rules, and we shouldn't have any issues. And then you can click the little green checkbox. That'll give you access to the server. But as y'all know, the private category inside of that server is for paid members only. And in order to be signed up for that, to get all the perks that are inside of that private channel, you need to be signed up through Patreon. So I look forward to having y'all join us in there too as well. Let's move back on into the charts real quick. We're looking at our 3-hour time frame. Let's move on into our 4-hour time frame, see what that might be telling us here. So we can look and start to zoom out just a tad bit. You can still see that our money flow has just been kind of trickling down. This is why I was so I guess cautious of being kind of bullish throughout here, just because usually whenever we have our money flow moving in a different direction and it flips colors, either green or red to green, then we usually like to see price movement usually correlates with that. It usually goes in the same direction. You can see here that we have a nice big deep blue cut down here in our blue wave, and so now we're probably going to end up riding this all the way back down to put in another big green dot here on our 4-hour. That's what it's looking like. First signs of a bearish count here too as well. No sign of a buy signal at all. So let's start to zoom out a little bit more. Let's move on into our 6 hours, see what that might be telling us here. 6 hour also giving us a red dot here on our blue wave. Money flow is still moving out of the market, as y'all can see here. I will go ahead and turn off Cipher SR so that way we can get a clearer picture of what's happening here. And this was also another thing that I had told my trading group members too. I said, hey, we're probably going to see a squeeze. I'm looking for a squeeze with our EMAs on the 6 hour. We got the squeeze, it broke us to the downside. It looks like it's going to be headed a little bit further to the downside based on our blue wave momentum here. Probably wanting to come down here and put in a big green dot that could find us under resistance of our 100 EMA here, and then we could possibly end up getting a bearish cross here with our other EMA, and so then that would be another line of resistance for us moving forward at about that 9K area. So y'all, if we're gonna see Bitcoin make any type of bullish movements, we really need to hold above 9K. If not, then if we start to close under 8,800 or 8,900, I would say that the bears probably have a little bit more control of this market moving forward into the rest of the week. Let's take a look at our 8 hour moving forward here. 8 hour, also money flow kind of rounding off just a tad bit. You can see that it might be ready to turn red sometime soon based on our higher time frames. I know that those daily and those 12 hour were also pretty consistent and steady with our green money flow. So if those start to trickle off, or if those start to have a rounded curve on them at the top, then we could probably indicate that this 8 hour will probably end up turning red at some point in time, right? And so we're also seeing that same EMA squeeze here on our 8 hour as well. You can see once we get this squeeze here, we'll break in one direction or the other. Usually it's a pretty substantial move from one direction to the other. And so let's go on into our 12 hour here. 12 hour time frame. Also giving us the first sign of a bearish count here with our red one. We can see that after our red dot here, we've just been kind of trickling off a little bit lower. We're having a little bit more of a bended bottom here to kind of move us towards maybe that big green dot territory. Money flow's kind of rounding off just a tad bit, but still looks like it could hold its momentum to space us out for a little bit longer, maybe finding support at about that 8,600 area where our trend line support is at, and then maybe riding this trend line support up to this peak of this wedge here, and then probably have a really big move at the end of this wedge, probably towards the end of May. I would definitely expect a really big move. Probably something is looming that we don't know about, but we can kind of guide ourselves with the charts, and that's really just why I find charting so interesting, y'all. I follow a lot of very interesting people in this space, and this crypto space has so many cool and talented people in it. But when it comes to like the predictions and stuff like that, it's really quite interesting to see how it lines up with social economical events as well. And like I said, one YouTuber out there was calling for lower 4K levels, and no one ever believed him. And shout out to Sin Crypto, because he's taught me a lot. I was part of his paid group as well. I'm no longer part of it, but I still leave his links down in the description box just because I learned so much from him. But he was a good Elliott wave analyst and our analysts. And so, some of these people that you probably don't think about that have smaller YouTube channels are probably actually really good at what they're talking about too. So, so just shout out to that. I just find it very interesting, since the past couple of years have been getting more into trading and involved with the crypto space a little bit more, just how unique everyone is, and exactly like how we can tell timing in these markets and what could occur, and social economical functions as well too. It's very interesting, but I won't, sorry to tangent. Let's move on into our daily real quick. Our daily time frame, no sign of a sell signal yet. I've been waiting on a sell signal here. I actually kind of want to backtrack really quick just to see if we've had any more sell signals. We had a sell signal on the 8-hour, nothing on the 12-hour, 21-day. I'm not sure. No, nothing there. Okay, so we're probably kind of expecting maybe a sell signal, but that may not come until possibly a little bit later. Since I moved to Market Guide, we've been seeing a lot of other indications of buy and sell signals too. So I'm trying to get used to it. I'm kind of adjusting to it, learning a little bit more about the algorithm and how it kind of references different time frames, and to give those buy and sell signals as well. But I was using the Whales buy sell indicator, and I had my own custom settings according to that. And so I think even as we start to move out onto these higher time frames, I can go ahead and turn those on, and we can see that we are already getting that sell signal on our 1 day here with the buy and sell the Whales buy and sell signals. But what I've noticed about Market Guide in the settings I was using with the Whales buy and sell signal is that there's a little less noise, less trades, which is overall pretty good. When you have buy and sell signals, you don't want to have these quick fake outs, or anything like that. So I've noticed that, with Market Guide X, there's a little bit less noise there on the charts. Moving on into our 2-hour time frame, or 2-day time frame, sorry about that. You can see that we are kind of putting in start of a bearish count. Our momentum blue wave is also still trickling down to the bottom side. Money flow is still looking very steady here for the most part. I did want to look at our 1 day, still moving to the downside, finally breaking through that zero pivot down there on our 1 day with our blue wave. We would probably, we'll see this blue wave also come down to the zero pivot point, and then maybe break below that would probably indicate a stronger bearish momentum. You can see here on our 2 day as well, we're starting to have our first sign of our red Heikin-Ashi candles, solid red Heikin-Ashi candles that are starting to move towards the downside as well. All right, so if y'all are interested in joining the Telegram channel, feel free to join us in there. It is free to join. I give you updates every once in a while on charts that I'm looking at, and then also just news articles and stuff. I like to share a bunch of different things that I see on the Telegram channel. So join us in there if you're interested. Then also, we use the TradingView Premium plan. I did have the Pro Plus plan. If you are using Market Cipher as your indicator package, I would at least recommend that you have the Pro Plus plan. It just allows you to have a few more indicators on the screen. like I have all my other paid for indicators, but then also I have my buy and sell indicator and my Aldo EMAs, which are both custom indicators that I teach you how to set up. Aldo EMAs is a custom code that I provide with you in the Patreon private videos. You'll get an idea of how to set this up. It's an all-in-one EMA indicator package. It's basically its own code. You implement it with the Pine script that I give you inside of the Patreon page, and then you can just plug and play and have that Aldo EMA indicator there for you too. And then also I have a private video inside of the Patreon group that tells you how to get these paid for plans 50 to 60% off on those too. So there's a nice little tip and trick in there that I show you how to get these paid for plans for 50 to 60% off, which is a nice little addition there. And then also I use the 3 commas bot to quickly enter and exit the markets. So if you are interested in checking out 3 commas, or you're having lag issues with some of the exchanges, I know sometimes, when these price movements happen, it's very taxing on the computer. So to have a bot that has an API key in the background to exit and enter and make adjustments as needed during trades, it's a great little tool to add to your kit. And y'all can check that out with 3 commas if y'all are interested. So Ledger Nano X or S, I would at least recommend that y'all have a cold storage device. So feel free to grab a cold storage device using the link in the description box and help to support the channel. And also we use Bybit on my, mostly in my trading group too. I think everyone kind of uses something different, but I think a lot of people use Bybit for the most part. Whenever you do get signed up, make sure that you use the link in the description box, and then also come ask chat support how to access the testnet. Basically, it's just a way to paper trade BTC. You want to make sure that you're a profitable trader, make sure that you understand the platform itself before you actually deposit your real BTC onto the exchange. Then Prime XBT is another leverage trading platform, and actually with Prime XBT, you can leverage trade the S&P 500, gold and silver, different fiat currencies, all using Bitcoin. And then Fimex is another cool leverage trading site that you can use as well, and actually it allows you to have a position open, 2 different positions open at the same time using 2 different accounts. It's really easy to switch back and forth. So that's one of the cool things about this, that they just added some different altcoins here as well. I believe Link, and then Link and a few other ones, Tezos and LTC. So that's pretty cool. And then they have gold down there too as well. So if y'all want to check out Fimex, I've heard it's a pretty good leverage exchange. I'm kind of looking a little bit more into it, but definitely wanted to reference it for sure. And then also, if you're interested in making some passive income inside of the crypto space, download the Brave browser. Go ahead and get started. I'm earning BAT token the beginning of every single month by clicking on ads in the bottom right hand corner. So I highly encourage y'all to check that out if y'all want to make some passive income in the crypto space. And then also another way to earn passive income in the crypto space is to download the CryptoTab browser. And with CryptoTab browser, you basically just mine BTC straight from this web browser. It's a super lightweight browser. I don't really use it to browse the computer, but it has this application built into it to start mining BTC straight from your PC. And so I have it running on 2 different laptops that I don't really use anymore, and they're just running in the background process mining BTC for me. You can also download the app on your phone and have your phone mine BTC for you too as well. So definitely pretty cool way to earn some passive crypto inside of this space. And then also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm available on there. If you want to reach out to me, feel free to reach out to me on Discord. Usually I'll respond back the quickest inside of Discord. If y'all want to join our Patreon trading group, feel free to join us with that first link in the description box as well. Like I said, we've been short ever since this top up here, and it's looking like it's kind of going in our favor right now. So another noticeable thing here is we're starting to get that sell signal with our custom buy and sell signal here on our 3-day, and no sign of a green dot just yet. Money flow is still kind of moving out to the side just a tad bit. But I would imagine that if we start to see a little bit more sell-off, this money flow is going to kind of trickle back down just a little bit more, and maybe see some more sell-off. Let's move on into our 4-day time frame. 4-day time frame. This was another indication. Red dot, sell signal, boom. you know, like, so we need to be very cautious here. And also, you know, we finally, yesterday I said, hey guys, if I could, I'll go back in some of these videos and maybe reference them a little bit more later. But if you were tuned into yesterday's video, I said, hey, look for the red dot on the 4-day, comment down below, red dot on 4-day. Y'all can go back to that video. Everyone commented 4-day red dot. And it looks like we are about to confirm that. We will probably confirm that on the 28th, which is in the next 4 days, on the Thursday. And so, yeah, if we confirm this, then it's going to be looking pretty good for the bears and maybe not so good for the bulls. Looking at our 5-day chart, man, you know, I think we know where we're at in this market. Guys, I want to thank y'all for tuning in once again. Don't forget to like this video, help the channel grow. Always comment down below. That helps the algorithm, and I really appreciate it, y'all. Thanks for tuning in again today, and I'll see y'all in the next one. CTO signing out.